This video is about the Early Church Texts website and studying commentaries and homilies by writers of the first 5 centuries on books of the Bible. There are many ways in which the website can help, and we will look at them now. A useful starting point is the vertical menu on the left-hand side of the screen. If you go to B, Bible commentaries, homilies, etc., you will find links to the relevant pages there. The menu entries are separated into Hebrew Scriptures, New Testament, Apocryphal, and each entry has links to original language texts, translations, and the original language and translations alongside each other. You will also find the same set of entries under the letters with which the different books begin. So for Acts, the book of Acts, go to A, Acts of the Apostles, and you'll find the commentaries, homilies links there again. You will also find links to the original language text of the particular book, and you'll find links to, in the case of the New Testament, the Greek text, the Latin Vulgate, and an English translation. And in the case of the books of the Hebrew Scriptures, as here with the book of Amos, you'll find links to the Hebrew text, the Septuagint Greek, and the Latin Vulgate. Let's go now to the Matthew original language page. On the original language pages, you can click on the list of people at the top of the page, and this will take you to the relevant works by them. So we can go to the works of Origen on Matthew, explore one, use the magnifying facility here at archive.org to zoom in a little if you wish, and then it's possible to click to go back, and then if you click on back to top of page, you go back to the list of people at the top of the page. You will see that there is a Books of the Bible root page link at the top of the page, from which you can easily find a list of the books of the Bible and visit the particular page for that book. Also at the top of each page are links to the relevant original language Bible texts on external websites for the book in question. In this case, we've got links to Hebrew, Greek, and Latin texts for the book of Obadiah. If we go back to the Matthew book, say, you will find links to scanned versions of the particular commentary or homily texts at sites such as Google Books and archive.org. There are also links to texts that are in the abridged Thesaurus Linguae Graecae, the TLG. This may be particularly useful for the works of John Chrysostom, where many are available through the abridged TLG. So, for example, you could look at the text, TLG abridged version for Chrysostom's homily in Diem Natalem. If you wish to do this, then you do need to register for a free account at TLG. Go to their home page and, sorry, being a bit slow, go to their home page and you can sign up for an account. We'll look now at a translation page. So we've gone to the translation page for Matthew. On the translation pages, you will find links to online translations where they have been found. So if we go to Leo, we could find an example of a link to a translation here of Sermon 34, Fourth for Epiphany, on Matthew 2. Sometimes you might find a link to a published translation. Here there's a link to Amazon for a published translation in the Fathers of the Church series for the sermons of Leo. And also sometimes there'll be a Google Books preview, as here, same volume, and sometimes you might find that there's a limited preview for some of those volumes, which can be useful. Again, there's a list of people at the top of the page, so you could click to go to the entries for a particular person, such as Hilary of Poitiers. Take a look there and then go back to the top of the page again. Another helpful way of navigating these resources relating to the Bible is to use the facility for viewing original language texts and translations alongside each other. You can easily get to this part of the website by going to the home page, as I've just done, and clicking on the link here. This takes you straight to the facility. So let's take as an example John Chrysostom and the Pauline epistles. We will look at 1 Corinthians because there are some good resources available for this. There's the Frederick Field Greek text and also an English translation available. So we'll go to John Chrysostom, and in that section, if we click here, that will take us to a facility for seeing the Greek text and the English translation alongside each other. In this case, it's appeared in the translations side of the screen. To see the Greek text and the translation alongside each other, you click on the Greek text link first. So let's click here for the Greek text in Field's edition of Homily 7. That comes up, and if you want to zoom in a little bit more, you can use this facility here for zooming in. And then if you click on here, Homily 7, this is the link to the translation, and you can find the Greek text and the translation of Chrysostom's 7th homily on 1 Corinthians. You find them alongside each other. There will not always be such translations available, but often there are. The Books of the Bible root pages can be accessed by clicking here in the original language text side, or here in the English translation side. And the full A to Z index for writers and books of the Bible can be found by clicking where I just have. You can explore the different books and writers, and there are many resources on the Psalms, the Gospels, the Pauline epistles, the prophets. Prolific commentators on Scripture were Augustine, Origen, and John Chrysostom. but important works have also come down from many other writers. I hope that this is a useful brief introduction to what is an extensive resource on the Early Church Texts website. Thank you for watching the video.